everyone, and welcome back to Untitled Carte. In this video, I'm going to show you how I draw some more cats. I've got a lot of requests on how I would draw the cats from the book series Cats, and so I'm going to give it a try. So I'm just taking what I know from the very first book. So I'm going to start off with kind of the hero cat of the first book, which is Firestar. And Firestar is this long-haired orange cat. And so I'm going to just kind of sketch in some of his shape designs. So this really isn't a tutorial on exactly how to draw a cat. I have lots of videos on how to draw cats, and you can check those out in my video archives. But I'm going to go ahead and just sketch him out here. So he starts off, oh, this is spoiler alert if you haven't read the books, because he started off as a house cat or a kitty pet, and then learned how to be a wild warrior cat. You could either take him from kind of the beginning of the book where he's younger, maybe a little bit more well-groomed, a little more well-fed, or later on after he's had a few battles and a little bit sleeker, a little bit older looking. So I'm just going to draw him in just very lightly and make him a little bit more muscular. I kind of imagine him, I don't know if the books ever go into talking about his breed or where he, you know, kind of a Maine Coon cat, a little bit tougher. And again, if I'm getting something wrong on his character, I'm sorry. I only read one book and I don't remember totally everything about it, but I'm trying. So put in his hind leg back here. Alright, so that kind of gives me a little sketch up of Firestar there. So let's go ahead and put in his eyes. And I'm going to make him a little bit more cartoony than I would, so he's not totally going to be like a realistic cat. Put in his nose. And then his mouth right there. Alright, once I have this kind of sketched in the way I like it, now I'm going to go ahead and take a ink pen and ink him in. A little bit closer on his face to kind of give a little bit more of a cartoon look to him. I'm going to give him stronger outline to his eyes, giving him a heavier upper eyelid. It's going to help that cartoon kind of appearance come out. It's still the same shape if I was drawing a realistic cat eye, but just thickening up my line a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and, before I draw in the pupils, I'm actually going to draw in my shine line. So I'm going to draw these little kind of circles in there for the shine. That way I know not to color those parts in. And then I'll color in the pupil. Adding a little bit of shine just adds a little life to your cartoon. I'll put his little nose in there. And then his mouth. A little bit of the chin. Alright, also to give him a little bit of character, and even though very few animals actually have eyebrows, I'm going to put in a little bit of eyebrows going in here. Just because they give a little bit more emotion and character to what you're drawing. And since I'm doing this kind of in a cartoon style anyway, I can go ahead and get away with that. And then I'll add in his whiskers. And to get a really good whisker, you just take your pen or pencil, push it down, and then flick it off. And as you flick it off, you're just slowly releasing the pressure so that the line kind of tapers out at the end. There we go. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and erase all the lines now that I don't need, which are all the pencil lines. You want to make sure that if you've inked it in, that your ink has completely dried before you do this. Otherwise, you're going to end up smudging your ink, which ruins your drawing or greatly increases the difficulty of covering that smudge up. Now he's ready for color, so I'm going to use my watercolor sets to color him, and I'm going to use mainly some of my orange, yellows, and reds to do that. So when watercoloring something like this, you want to start off with your lightest tones first, because with watercolor you really just want to add your colors in slowly in his layers. So I'm going to do that. So he's going to start off kind of as a yellow cat, but you'll see him change from yellow into a red cat. If you want more instructions on how to watercolor, I have a whole video series called Watercolor 101, which I walk you through step by step all the tools and supplies that you'll need, and then step by step instructions on how to do those watercolors. Right now I'm uploading them every Wednesday, so definitely want to check those out if you haven't. It will help you to be able to really be able to use watercolors in the way they're meant to be used, and I find it one of my favorite methods of painting is watercolor. Once I have him all painted yellow, now I can start layering in my second lightest color, which is going to be my light orange. So I don't want to completely cover up all the yellow, but the yellow is my extreme highlight. So I'm going to put that in places that I want some really nice shine to, and I'll put this light orange everywhere else. Because his name is Firestar, I want to kind of try to capture that look of fire in his coat, which is, how he got his name when the sun hit his coat and it looked like it was on fire. So by using these different colors of yellows and oranges and even a touch of red is really going to help to be able to capture that. Alright, so I have my second coat in, and you can tell that I haven't covered up all of my yellow. Now I'm going to go with my very dark orange, and I'm going to use this in places that I want some nice dark shadow. So I'm pushing things back. So a lot of times people ask me, why do I do this process in time lapse? Why don't I just do it normally so that you can color or draw along with me? It makes it kind of difficult, and I do apologize for that. I understand how fun it is to draw along with somebody. I just don't think people realize exactly how long it takes me to do these paintings, and these videos would be, even simple ones would be, almost an hour long when I don't edit them. When I get the raw footage and I don't edit it or time lapse, even this most simple tutorial I do generally tends to be 40 minutes to an hour long. Some of these ones that I'm doing, like these paintings, can take me 2 or 3 hours to do, and it would just be an insanely amount of time to watch this video. And so I just try to give you guys ability to be able to see the process, so I do it in time lapse so you don't miss out on that. And if you're following along in the process and even my instructional part seems to go too fast, just pause, hit that pause button, and or rewind the video, and then you can kind of catch up and move along. That's what's fun about this, because it's not a live performance. You can rewatch this video over and over and over. So there I have the darkest orange done. Now I'm going to go in and just very lightly, I'm just going to tap in some red, and that's just going to give just a little deeper, richer color. I'm going to use it very sparingly though, because I don't want to look like he's bleeding, unless I was doing a battle scene. I don't want to go too far overboard, but just adding a little bit of red is going to give that kind of fire glow to it. And you'll see, to kind of get that fur texture, I'm not sweeping my brush as more as I'm tapping it on the paper a little bit to get that, kind of get a more blotchy appearance, and it's going to give a little bit more of an indication of kind of a shaggy, long fur coat. There we go. Alright, the last thing I'm going to do for him is I'm going to give him his bright emerald green eyes. So I'm going to start off with a lighter shade of green. I'm going to tap that in there. Then I'll go back in and pull in a dark green and just tap that right in the corners, and it'll give a little bit of a shadow to his eyes. I'm going to paint in just a little bit of ground because he's like floating in outer space. So I'll just paint a little bit of brown underneath his paws there. Kind of make it look like he's not a flying cat. So here we have a finished warrior cat, Firestar. Hopefully this sufficed all the bazillion gajillion requests I have gotten to do a warrior cat video. I hope you enjoyed it. If there is a character from the warrior cats that you would like to see, you're more than welcome to request it. I've only read the first book, and I don't foresee, at least this summer, being able to have time to read any more of the books in the series, so it might be a while before I get to it. But I would definitely like to hear which characters you would like. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see in an upcoming video. If you're brand new to the Art a la Carte channel, hit that subscribe button because I put out art tutorial videos 3 times a week, and I would love to have you join the Art a la Carte community and all of that. If you have artwork that you'd like to share, make sure to post it on my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and I have all the details to that in the description box below. Also, make sure to check out these other great videos that you might enjoy, including the Mystery Classic video, which is just a random video I picked from at least a year ago. So it's one of those that, as I have so many videos from a year ago that people don't really know that I have, and so I get lots of requests, can you draw this? And I've already drawn that. So I put those in the classic mystery video, so you don't know what it is. So click on that, go see the mystery video, and if you do watch the mystery video, leave me a comment in the mystery video's comment box to let me know that you came over from Warrior Cats. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me today, and until next time, God bless you guys, keep drawing, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!